See, concept of DC load line. For that purpose, we have to be draw the circuit diagram of common emitter configuration. Above figure shows that the common emitter configuration. For that purpose, we have to be calculate the input as well as output things. Accordingly, we should calculate the DC load line of the particular configuration, right? So, see the diagram of concept of DC load line. This is the common emitter configuration, right? For this configuration, we got the beta. We know that alpha, beta, gamma. In this configuration, we got the beta, right? So for the calculation purposes, we have required the value, some value that we have to be calculate here. For that purpose, we apply the KVL at input side. This is your input side. This is your output side. According to application, we got the different value. Initially, we have applied that output side, right? Output side means this side. So start with the power supply. That first point is positive point and going towards the wave away from your first point, that signal may be negative, right? So first is plus VCC, then second point IC into RC. So plus VCC minus IC into RC, right? Then this side VCE, that also minus. So plus VCC minus IC into RC minus VCE. This is the equation, right? Which is equal to 0, right? Now we have to be separate out that minus IC into RC. So ICRC equal to VCC minus VC, right? VCC minus VC minus ICRC going towards the another side, that is ICRC. So ICRC equal to VCC minus VCE, right? So we have to be calculate the IC. So IC equal to VCC minus VCE, RC going towards the below. So VCC minus VCE divided by RC. This is nothing but a IC, right? So we separate out the things. That's why IC equal to that minus 1 upon RC. Minus 1 upon RC into VCE, right? Minus 1 upon RC into VCE plus, see this thing first, minus 1 upon RC into VCE, then plus VCC divided by RC, plus VCC divided by RC. We only separate out this, no any other thing. Separate out the VCC minus VCE divided by RC. Here, this is the equation number 1. See, we have to be compare the same equation with the equation of straight line. You know, equation of straight line, y is equal to mx plus c. So in this case, y is equal to mx plus c, but here y is nothing but a ic. Here y is nothing but ic. X is equal to vc, m is equal to minus 1 upon rc, minus 1 upon rc, then c equal to vcc divided by rc, right? Why we calculate the same thing? Because our whatever the thing coming across your DC learning is with respect to the straight line, so that we require the equation of straight line, that is y is equal to mx plus c. That should be compared with whatever our equation. Accordingly, we have to be find the value of y, m, x and c, right? So now substitute as we have to be VCC equal to 0 in above earlier equation. VC equal to 0. In that case, your equation is, see, in this equation, VC equal to 0. In that case, your equation is IC equal to VCC upon RC. If we have to be substitute IC equal to 0, IC equal to 0 in this equation, we got the equation VC equal to VCC, right? As we have seen in earlier here. Okay. The DC load line drawn on output characteristic as shown in figure below. Means when we have to be DC load line, when we have to be drawn the DC load line, in that case, your IC saturation means saturated current or saturation collector current, which is nothing but this. Have see you the diagram. This there are two current VCC by RC and VCC, which is equal to VC. Now see, VCC equal to VC, so that here IC saturation which is equal to VCC by RC, then we have to be considered as a VC which is equal to 0. This is the actually working of your, or how we operate the transistor with 3 region. There are 3 region according to the Q point position. This is middle, this is upper, this is lower, right? When Q point means Q point is also called as DC biasing point or operating point of your transistor, right? There are 3 operating condition of your transistor. माझा आवाज येतोय का? मला रिप्लाय द्या एकानं.
Yes, sir.
We have seen the characteristic diagram here. And we have to be seen this diagram, that is DC load line diagram. In that case, there are 3 points important: Q point at center line, Q point at saturation point, Q point at this cutoff point. This there are 3 points which should be important for the application of your transistor. When the Q point position, Q point is nothing but a quotient. QUISCENT. Quotient means minimum operating point, right? This, if the Q point position at center of load line, in that case we have to be, it should be worked as a tell me, it should be worked as amplifier. When the position is upper point, that is towards the IC, in that case it should be worked as a saturation region, it should be worked as a closed switch. And when it should be worked in a towards here, in that case it should be worked as an open switch. This is called as cut-off region, right? Cut-off region. This is cut-off region. This is active region. This is saturation region. Okay. आवाज येतोय? आवाज येतोय का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These are the things with respect to the DC load line. For the calculation of DC load line, we have to be increases the VC, collector to emitter voltages, and calculate the point out the value of the collector current at the different value of the base current, right? Operating point we have discussed already, but see again, operating point, that is called as Q point. We know that 3 point, upper point, middle point, and the lower point. This is nothing but a cutoff. This is active. This is nothing but a saturation. These are 3 points with respect to your operating point, Q point. When it should be in upper level, in that case it should be act as a open closed switch. When it should be here, in that case it should be worked as a amplifier. It should be worked here, in that case it should be worked as a cutoff region, and it is nothing but a open switch. See, operating point, there are 3 operating points separately drawn here. See this figure, first figure shows that Q point operating position as center of load line. When it should be center of load line, it indicates that your device should be worked as an amplifier, right? Then second position, when it should be worked as a towards the means Q point at towards the downward position, then it should be worked as a cutoff region or open switch. It should be as a closed switch. Sorry, it should be worked as a amplifier. It should be as a open switch. And third, saturation region, it should be towards the upward level. Upward level. It indicates that it should be worked as a closed switch. Okay. Selection of Q point. I have already told regarding the position of Q point and the application of the according to the Q point. Means when we have to be select the particular location of Q point, accordingly we design the certain application. I have already told you regarding the open switch, close switch and amplifier application. In open switch, it should be worked towards the below position, close switch it towards the upper position, and amplifier it should be at the center of load line. Okay, shows above figure shows that the things as I told you. Q point position, Q point at active region, Q point here as a cutoff region downward, Q point at a saturation region upward, right? Need of transistor. Now need of to see the need of transistor biasing, we initially see what do you mean by biasing. What should it require? Biasing means applying voltage to the transistor, right? Applying voltage to the transistor, but any voltage AC or DC, applying DC voltage to the transistor is nothing but a biasing, right? Biasing, why we require the biasing? Biasing means when we work the transistor in a particular condition, either saturation, cutoff, or active, we have required the power for it, right? That power providing is nothing but a biasing of your transistor, right? Initially, we see the three things. Means when your Q point position at center of load line, then device should be worked as a amplifier. If the position of Q point is upper level, then it should be worked as a saturation region. When position of Q point towards the downward level, it should be worked as a cutoff region. That I am discuss again and again for your kind of information. Now see the value of stability factor. In this case, what happen in some cases, if we have to be worked a device as an amplifier, but due to some reason, either you are changing temperature, different condition, or changing your transistor, the position of Q point should be changes towards the upward or towards the downward. In that case, what happen? Device is not worked as amplifier. We just tell regarding with the application of amplifier, related to the application of amplifier. Now, Q point should be affected due to the change in one of the important factor to the change of Q point. Q point indicate that minimum operating point. One of the important reason behind it is the change in temperature. Means whatever the semiconductor devices usually in all over world, they have to be temperature sensitive. Means temperature changes, it should be changes its position, right? So that one of the important change with respect to the Q point is that the change in temperature, right? So that variation of temperature is day-to-day life is more. See, sometimes temperature is 25 30, or it may be in a summer that should be maybe 40 42. That is not that is not related to us, but more changes in the temperature that will affect the performance of your device, that is semiconductor devices. That's why to requirement of the particular performance, we have to be required the bias stabilization. Bias stabilization means bias stabilization म्हणजे काय असतं सांगतो की ज्या वेळेस आपण एखादा ट्रान्झिस्टर यूज करतो एखाद्या ऍप्लिकेशनसाठी, तो यूज करत असताना काय होतं की टेम्परेचर चेंज झालं किंवा ट्रान्झिस्टर चेंज केला आपण, तर काय होतं प्रत्येक ट्रान्झिस्टरचा बीटा फॅक्टर हा वेगळा असतो. लक्षात, बीटा म्हणजे गेन फॅक्टर, आणि टेम्परेचर जर चेंज झालं तर त्याचे पॅरामीटर सगळ्या चेंज होणार आहेत. लक्षात घ्या. त्यामुळं ते पॅरामीटर कॉन्स्टंट राखण्यासाठी आपल्याला बायस जे अप्लाय केलेलं, व्होल्टेज जे अप्लाय केलेलं आहे ते स्टॅबिलाइज करावं लागतं. लक्षात घ्या. If the Q point shifted towards the cutoff region or towards the saturation region, we get distorted output. Means whatever the output we have, see for the application of amplifier, we must require the load line position at center of load line, but that should be very towards the upper, towards the downward. It indicates that whatever your signal that should be distorted, so that is not acceptable, right? That's why to maintain the Q point at center of load line, we requirement of the biasing of the stabilize the biasing of transistor. That is nothing but a Q point position. Distortion, how it happens. See above figure. See, this is the diagram of your whatever the output coming across your amplifier. This is your output, right? This is the perfect output. Why it is perfect? Because your operating point, mic बंद करा ज्यांचा चालू आहे त्यांनी. In this case, what happened? Your operating point at the center of load line, so that upper, this is side view, upper point and the lower point that are perfectly come across you, but when your Q point position changes from some of the downward indicate that only upper point, means upper half cycle is only came across your output, but lower half is not came across you, right? So what happened? Due to that, your distortion in whatever the signal across you. So what happened due to distortion? See, so whatever the signal you have sent, that is not came across your output, or that have distortion in, so that whatever the things that is wrong, right? Now see what is biasing. I have already told regarding with the biasing. Biasing is the process of providing DC voltage which helps in the functioning of the circuit, right? A transistor is based in order to make the emitter base junction for the see for the operation of your transistor, we must require the emitter base junction must be followed by other junction must be reverse biased. Only that condition is reverse beam must be worked as a amplifier. Now see biasing method of transistor. There are so many or different biasing method of transistor. We see the three biasing method of the transistor. One is fixed biasing, other collector to base biasing, and third is voltage divider biasing. This is also called as self bias, right? There are three methods, but first method, fixed biasing, is not used at all. Why that is not used at all? Because fixed biasing method have some of the disadvantages. The disadvantages causes we not use that method for our application. Why it is not used? That we have seen in the next slide. Fixed biasing method. This is the important method. See, fixed biasing method. Above figure shows that the circuit diagram of fixed biasing method. In this diagram, there are two resistors. One is RB, other is RC. Two current flowing through the device. One is collector current, other is base current, right? So this current, when current flowing through the collector, it should be called as collector current. When it should be flowing through the base, it should be called as base current, right? These two current are required for the purpose of your transistor operation, right? Now see here RB resistor is called as single base biasing resistor, right? That's why this circuit is also called as single base bias resistor method, right? Now how we calculate different thing here for the purpose of fixed biasing, we require the three things: IB, IC, and VC. Means we have to be calculate the IB, IC, and IE. IB should be calculated with input side. IC should be calculated with output side, right? See, calculate the IB. For the calculation of IB, you must apply the KVL to the input side. Input side indicate that this side. Mic बंद करा ज्यांचा चालू आहे त्यांचा. Input side indicate that we start with this way. See, calculation of IB, we have applied the KVL at input side, right? So this first point is positive, and we have going outside of that point, that indicate negative point. Plus VCC minus IB into RB, then this point going towards the VB. Why it is VB? Because going towards the here. So plus VCC minus IB into RB minus VB, which is equal to 0. See, VCC minus IB into RB minus VB. We just apply the KVL to this circuit, input side of this circuit, right? This equation. Now we have to be separate out these things. IBRB, which is equal to IBRB taken as here, on another side we have sent the VCC and VB, so that IBRB, which is equal to VCC minus VCC, that's going another side, VCC plus VCC, and minus VB going towards the other side, that is plus VB. So VCC plus VB, IB into RB, see IB into RB, which is equal to VCC minus VB, right? Equation. This is the equation which should be changes side only. So IB into RB, which is equal to VCC minus VB. So IB equal to VCC minus VB divided by RB. This is your first equation for the calculation of your IB. माझा आवाज ऐकू येतोय? Reply.
Yes, sir.
Calculation of IC. How we calculate the IC? Now see, we know that for the calculation of IC, we know that bit IC is nothing but a beta IB, right? We have the value of IB. We just write the value of IB, VCC minus VB into RB, and multiply with beta. IC equal to beta into VCC minus VB divided by RB. This equation we should got with respect to the IC. Then we have to be calculate the VC. VC calculation, we have to be apply the KVL at output side. So VCC minus IC into RC minus VC, which is equal to 0. This is the equation. See, VCC minus IC into RC minus VC, which is equal to 0. This is the equation for the output side. So VC equal to this side minus VC going another side, so that is positive VC, which is equal to VCC minus IC into RC. We got the VC. This is the thing with respect to the calculation of IB, IC, and VC. Did you got it? Now Q point stability of base bias. How we can stabilize the Q point for the purpose of base bias? See, this circuit, there is not need of the stability biasing, because this circuit doesn't get the stabilize the Q point. Why? We have seen now. Notice the above equation shows that above equation, as we have seen the three equation, IC, VC, and another thing, IB equation. According to this equation, here particularly IC means collector current is always depend on the beta factor, right? See this equation, IC equal to beta into IB. So collector current always depend on beta factor of your transistor. Beta is nothing but a current gain of transistor. That vary according to the transistor change. जे तुम्ही ट्रान्झिस्टर आता एक यूज केला आणि थोड्या वेळाने तो काढून दुसरा केला तर तुमचा बीटा चेंज होणार आहे. लक्षात घ्या, प्रत्येकाचा बीटा वेगळा असतो. See, the disadvantage of this circuit is that variation of beta causes IC, and as a result VC to change. IC चेंज झाला की बीटा चेंज होणार, बीटा चेंज झाला की VC चेंज होणार आहे, कारण ते एकमेकांच्या इंटरडिपेंड आहेत बघा. त्यामुळे this change in Q point of the transistor, this makes that Amit Jadhav.
Hello, sir.
Repeat all region. कोणती region?
सर रिजन नाही ते 87 नंबरची स्लाइड आहे का नाही, ते सर्किट एकदा रिपीट करा.
ओके, चल. ही डायग्राम बरोबर?
हा सर.
नो प्रॉब्लेम. फिक्स्ड बायसिंग मेथड पाहतोय आपण. मराठी सांगितलं फिक्स्ड बायसिंग मेथड पाहतो. याच्यामध्ये आपण काय करतो माहिती आहे का, आरबी हा रेजिस्टन्स जो यूज केला ना, तो रेजिस्टन्स हा सिंगल बेस बायसिंग रेजिस्टर असं सुद्धा म्हटलं जातं याला, आणि तो फिक्स्ड असतो, लक्षात घ्या. त्यामुळेच ह्याला फिक्स्ड बायसिंग किंवा सिंगल बेस बायस मेथड असं सुद्धा म्हटलं जातं, लक्षात घ्या. हे ज्यावेळेस आपण फिक्स्ड बायसिंग मेथड पाहतो ना, हे पाहत असताना आपल्याला 3 व्हॅल्यू फक्त फाइंड करायचे आहेत. कोणत्या? IB, IC, VC. लक्षात घ्या, ह्या व्हॅल्यू म्हणजे तुम्हाला ज्यावेळेस एक्झामला क्वेश्चन येईल ना विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द फिक्स्ड बायसिंग, तुम्ही हेच जे चाललंय ना आता आपण कॅल्क्युलेशन करतो ना तेच मांडायचं एक्झाम मध्ये पण. लक्षात घ्या. तर आपल्याला ज्यावेळेस फिक्स्ड बायसिंग सर्किटची डायग्राम काढतो त्यावेळेस आपल्याला तीन थिंग कॅल्क्युलेट करायच्या आहेत. एक बेस करंट करायचा आहे, एक कलेक्टर करंट काढायचा आणि VC ची व्हॅल्यू, या तीन व्हॅल्यू काढायच्या आहेत. आता बेस करंट जर काढायचा असेल, बेस करंट हा इनपुटच्या रेस्पेक्ट आहे. पहा, इनपुटच्या रेस्पेक्ट आहे बेस करंट म्हणल्यानंतर काय करावं लागेल आपल्याला, जो KVL आहे, KVL म्हणजे किर्चॉफ्स व्होल्टेज लॉ, इनपुट साइडला अप्लाय करावा लागेल. बरोबर. मग आपण आपल्या पहिल्यांदा किर्चॉफ्स व्होल्टेज लॉ इनपुट साइडला अप्लाय करायचा. जिथं अप्लाय करतोय, जिथून सुरुवात करतोय तो पॉईंट फक्त पॉझिटिव्ह असतो. तिथून आपण जसं आउटसाइड जातोय ना तसं ते पॉईंट निगेटिव्ह होत जातात. लक्षात घ्या. मग पहिला पॉईंट प्लस VCC. आता इथून इकडे जाते करंट, इथला IB आणि रेजिस्टन्स RB आहे, त्यामुळे प्लस VCC मायनस IB इंटू RB आणि इथला व्होल्टेज VB. सो VCC minus IB into RB minus VB. These are the thing with respect to the when we have to be apply the KVL, right? लक्षात आलं. त्यानंतर आता पहा IB into RB हे जे आहेत ना एका साईडला काढून घ्यायचं, IB into RB किंवा आहे इथं ठेवायचं. त्यानंतर काय होईल पहा, आता IB into RB हे मायनस आहे, पलीकडे जाऊन प्लस झालं आहे का, पलीकडे जाऊन प्लस झालं म्हणजे IB RB विच इज इक्वल टू VCC मायनस VB आलं. लक्षात येत आहे. आपण IB RB जे आहे ना त्या अलीकडल्या साईडला ते पलीकडे नेलं आपण, ते प्लस झालं म्हणजे IB RB इक्वल टू VCC मायनस VB इक्वेशन आलं, VCC मायनस VB आलं. बरोबर. आता फक्त आपल्याला IB ची व्हॅल्यू काढायची होती, मग RB जे मल्टिप्लाय ना ते खाली जाऊन डिवाइड होईल म्हणजे IB इक्वल टू VCC मायनस VB डिवाइडेड बाय RB. इथपर्यंत कॅल्क्युलेशन ऑफ IB आहे. लक्षात आलं का जाधव?
हा सर.
आता आपल्याला IC कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा आहे. IC कॅल्क्युलेट करायसाठी एक इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग आपल्याला माहित आहे, IC म्हणजेच बीटा IB असतं. मग IB तर आपण काढलेला आहे, फक्त तिथं बीटा मल्टिप्लाय करायचं. IC इक्वल टू बीटा इंटू IB. ओके, हे झालं तुमचं ICचं कॅल्क्युलेशन. आता VC कॅल्क्युलेट करतो आपण. VC कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं म्हणजे त्या आउटपुट साईडला, म्हणजे आपलं जे इक्वेशन आहे ना, जे KVL काढायचे ते आउटपुट साईडला आपण अप्लाय करणार आहोत. पहा इथं काय येईल, प्लस VCC मायनस IC इंटू RC मायनस VC आलं. ओके, VCC मायनस IC इंटू RC मायनस VC आलं. त्यानंतर VC आपल्याला त्याच्या इक्वल टू काढायचं, म्हणजे VCC पलीकडे टाकायचं इकडं, ते प्लस VC येईल. VC इक्वल टू VCC मायनस IC इंटू RC हे इक्वेशन आलं. लक्षात आलंय? लक्षात आलं ना
सर? तिथं इमिटरला ग्राउंड केलेला आहे का?
हो, ग्राउंडच आहे, ते ग्राउंडच आहे. कारण लक्षात घे, पॉझिटिव्ह ग्राउंड सर्किट कंप्लीट कधी होतं, प्लस पॉईंट आणि मायनस पॉईंट किंवा निगेटिव्ह पॉईंट तिथं पाहिजेच, मस्ट बी. इलेक्ट्रिकल थिंग आहे हे. मायनस हे ग्राउंड आहे, इथं दिसतंय ना, ग्राउंड आहे, ग्राउंड पॉईंट दिसत नाही, एकच लाईन वरली आणि खाली शॉर्ट आहे.
कॅपॅसिटर वन दिसतंय ते.
नाही ग्राउंड आहे बरं का
ते साइन जरा कॅपॅसिटर वन दिसतं म्हणून.
हा दिसतंय बरोबर. आता ऍडव्हान्टेजेस ऑफ फिक्स्ड बायस सर्किट पाहतोय आपण. आता फिक्स्ड बायसचे सर्किटचा ऍडव्हान्टेज कमीत कमी कंपाऊंड आहेत, हा सगळ्यात मोठा ऍडव्हान्टेजेस आहे त्याचा. त्यानंतर ते ऑपरेशन त्याचं कन्व्हिनियंट आणि सिम्पल आहे, लक्षात घ्या. आणि पर्टिक्युलर RB ची व्हॅल्यू जर तुम्ही फिक्स्ड केली ना तर ते सर्किट दिलेल्या कंडिशन प्रमाणे वर्क करतं. आणि फिक्स्ड बायस मध्ये जे आहेत ना, डिझायनिंग साठी फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी जास्त आहेत, पण त्याचे काही डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस पण आहेत. सी डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस ऑफ फिक्स्ड बायस सर्किट. बेसिकली IC इज इक्वल टू बीटा IB. आपण इक्वेशन पाहिलं, इट indicate that whatever the thing that are depend with respect to the beta factor, so that's why beta indicate current gate temperature depend असते. त्यामुळं IC increases with temperature and there is no control over it. म्हणजे तुमचा कलेक्टर करंट टेम्परेचर नुसार चेंज होतो, त्याच्यावर कुठलाही कंट्रोल राहत नाही त्यावेळेस टेम्परेचर चेंज झालं त्यावेळेस. Hence there is a poor thermal stability. IC is equal to beta IB, right? Hence IC depends on beta. बीटा may change from transistor to transistor. This will shift the operating point. तर लक्षात घ्या बीटा हे मी तुम्हाला मग सांगितलंय की करंट गेन ही ट्रान्झिस्टर चेंज झाला की सगळं चेंज होतं, लक्षात घ्या. त्यामुळं ऑपरेटिंग पॉईंट सुद्धा चेंज होतो. त्यामुळं स्टॅबिलायझेशन पुअर आहे इन दिस केस, लक्षात घ्या. लेक्चर आज डबल झालेला आहे. पुढचा पॉईंट घेऊ काय? लक्षात येते का डोक्यावर झालेलं मला सांगा. रिप्लाय कंटिन्यू करू का? रिप्लाय द्या. बंद करायला फ्रेश लेक्चरला घ्यायचं का? थोडं जरा किचकट आहे, चालेल का? घेऊ
हा
आता.
सर.
बस सर बस.
बरं आतापर्यंत जे झालं त्याबद्दल कुणाला काय प्रॉब्लेम?
नोट्स अपलोड करा.
काय काय टीचिंग डायरीला
Notes
करणार?
upload.
हो केलेत की, पीपीटी अपलोड केलेले, नोट्स बी करतो. करतो. ओके
सर स्पीड जरा जास्त होते, थोडा कमी पाहिजे.
चालेल चालेल. बरं झालं सांगितलं ते. स्लोली घ्यायचं थोडं. एखादं लेक्चर मी काय म्हणतो, जर आपल्याला वेळ मिळाला तर 4:30 नंतर सुद्धा घेत जाऊ, पण आपण स्लोली जाऊ, चालेल ना?
ओके सर चालेल.
एक्स्ट्रा जरी झालं तरी, कारण काय होतं लेक्चर खूप कमी आहेत. आठवड्यातनं फक्त 3 लेक्चर आहे, सिलेबस खूप लार्ज आहे. माझ्याकडे मला मान्य आहे की होतंय थोडं फास्ट, पण सांगत जावा तुम्ही जर झालं तर, म्हणजे होतच
हा सर, एक्स्ट्रा लेक्चर चालेल आम्हाला.
हा चालेल की, घेत जाऊ आपण एक्स्ट्रा लेक्चर.
ओके सर.
ओके. बाकी काय प्रॉब्लेम असला तर मला माझा नंबर तुम्ही घेतला असेल, म्हणजे सगळ्यांसाठी सांगतोय की माझा नंबर आहे, त्याच्यावर तुम्ही तुमचे प्रॉब्लेम काय असतील तर ते व्हॉट्सअप करू शकता किंवा डिस्कस की काय काय न वाटत असते की हा पॉईंट नीट झाला नाही, मला पर्सनली पाहिजे, तुम्ही व्हॉट्सअप कॉल करून तो पॉईंट विचारू शकताय, काय प्रॉब्लेम नाही. ओके
ओके सर, थँक्यू सर.
अटेंडन्स घ्यायचा आहे. हां, रोल नंबर 1
प्रेझेंट सर.
2
प्रेझेंट सर.
3 4
प्रेझेंट सर.
5
प्रेझेंट सर.
6
प्रेझेंट सर.
7 8 9 10 11. आवाज येतोय?
येस सर.
12 13
प्रेझेंट सर.
14 15
येस सर.
16 17 18 19 20
प्रेझेंट सर.
21 22
प्रेझेंट सर.
24
येस सर.
25
प्रेझेंट सर.
26 27 28 29
प्रेझेंट सर.
30
29 प्रेझेंट.
31 32
येस सर.
32 33
प्रेझेंट सर.
34 35 36 37
येस सर.
37
36.
36 37
येस सर.
39 40 41
Yes, sir.
43
येस सर. येस सर.
42 43 दोघे प्रेझेंट आहेत. 44 ओके. absent number 3 7 8 9 10 11 12 14 15 16 17 18 19 21 23 26 27 28 30 32 34 35 39 40 44 सांगा.
हॅलो सर,
हा,
15 आहे ना?
15 आहे. ओके.
सर 20.
20
वन.
ओके. अजून ओके.
सर ते पीपीटी ओपन होत नाहीत.
ओपन होईल ना झालं. ओके मी बघतो आणि काय असेल ते बघतो.
नोट्स सेंड करा सर.
ओके